My response, our response to this challenge was a global and a local mission lasting 10 years. And we would take that message back to the second World Summit when hopefully the world leaders were all awake. So first we went to the Antarctic, took down my customers, young people from many nations. Took 8 years, but we cleared 1,500 tons of twisted metal left in Antarctica by the former Soviet Union. Now, not only did a few people say this couldn't be done, everybody said it couldn't be done. You have to form a joint cooperation with the Russian government. Do you know what that means? Rob Swan pays for everything and a bit more. But we thought carefully. Commitments are about thinking carefully, making the commitment and then delivering on it. And it took a long time to do it, but we did it. Cleared the garbage, loaded it onto a ship. That took 4 months, and recycled all of it back in the country of Uruguay, South America. Hell of a job, but proves with a team of only 4 people that anything is possible. You can do it. But it's important on this journey that we're making, all of us, that we stay relevant to the mission. And this day, when the penguins came ashore for the first time in 40 years onto their clean beach, should have been a great day. It wasn't. Because I realized that I couldn't help preserve Antarctica by polishing penguins and clearing garbage. I had to get businesslike, which this evening's all about. We can go and hug a few trees at the weekend, but it ain't going to work. We need to be businesslike. And I realized the only way to save Antarctica would be to get KPMG to save it. How? That a group of accountants 30 years from now look at a balance sheet and say, it's not worth financially going to exploit Antarctica. How do you do that? Simple. Use more clean, renewable energy in the real world, and there'll be no need to go and exploit Antarctica. So I became, on this day, changed from garbage collector to renewable energy champion. People always say to me, let's save the planet, Rob. Planet's going to look after itself. It's our participation that might be in question. So my first dream, our first dream, was to build a station in Antarctica only using renewable energy. Trust me, I've lost everything in life, but I'm happy about it. Except yet, because I've got a fabulous bank manager, we haven't lost our beautiful old battleship yacht, 67 foot. She's done 135,000 nautical miles in 10 years. She goes where we go. So now it's time to visit the World Summit number 2. We get back to Africa. We think big. Join with a group of young people all about preventing young people getting AIDS, which is relevant in Africa. Garbage removal in Antarctica is not relevant in Africa. Put our yacht onto a trailer. She's 52 tons, 67 foot. Made the longest overland voyage ever made in history. Why not? To inspire, we need to engage, especially in my area of young people. You've got to engage them. So we went round southern Africa 8 months, got to 750,000 people, saw all the world leaders who this time were awake, but all they ever say to me is, well done, Rob, see you at the next summit in 10 years. You want to strangle them, but anyhow. So what are we doing now? We're on the way to the 3rd World Summit just for fun, and on the way I look for champions. Because we can't do all this on our own. We need champions. We need to get people out there to join us on this mission. So what I do in our own small way is we go to Antarctica every year. And working with Pure Advantage, we're going to take a young student here from New Zealand. I have a big focus on India, big focus on China. I don't need to tell you why, but my job there is to inspire young people. We go on a big ship and we listen to what And we need to listen to that. We watch it float by, but I learnt my lesson. Always be positive on this issue. How many of you have been to a meeting with a negative person, come out and gone, yes? The answer is no. So all of us have to remain positive in quite often negative circumstance. So we built the education station in Antarctica. I go and live there every year for 1 month, showing how renewable technology works, showing young people that if it can work there, it could work more here. And our yacht 2041, as I speak, is on the last few months before the third World Summit. We've been around America, Europe, had to dodge a few pirates in the Red Sea recently. They came to see us, took one look and sailed off in the other direction. Probably thought I had to ring up Rob's mum to see how much the pirates had to pay to get rid of me. And we're on the way to India, China, and then the Third World Summit in Rio. Practical, show, inspire how renewable technologies can work. Solar panel sail, it works, it rolls up. And most importantly, never get down. Here we are in the worst carbon footprint nation on earth, the United Arab Emirates, with our yacht. Penniless as usual, completely ineffectual. This tiny little boat surrounded by Dubai and all these places and sort of people burning up massive amount of fuel just to make water. But never give up, because check it out. These people could buy New Zealand tomorrow with loose change. Guarantee you. Whole place. And I got them down to the boat and bless them. They're going to help us. So never give up. Anything is actually possible. I love that picture. And finally, a bit more work in India. You've got to adapt yourselves for this mission. So in November, a bit of bicycling is necessary from the source of the Ganges in the Himalayas to the ocean. On the way, I'm lecturing to, I think, 45 different universities on the way. Get out there, do it, inspire. There's me practicing. They thought they'd got rid of us 63 years ago, the British, but I'm back, alone. And finally, good news. We've got to have good news, don't we? How many people honestly know there's a hole in the ozone layer? How many people honestly know that in the last 6 months it started to fix itself? Honestly. Not many. How many people here have ever heard of our little story? Not many. Because it's good news, that's why. And we are, as a world, entirely dominated, and we accept it, by bad news. And I promise not to do it, Rob. But if I went out tonight in some dreadful drug scandal with all blacks' wives, right? The entire planet would know exactly what we'd done for the last 30 years by breakfast. So I think what we need to do is to be discovered doing the right thing. Let's be discovered doing the right thing. And finally, a bit more walking is necessary. At the end of next year, we're going back to the South Pole, hopefully wearing the right underwear. And we're going to make a journey from the South Pole back to the edge of Antarctica, only using renewable energy for our survival. Walk the talk, make sure people know what's happening. On that expedition, I'm hoping I'll be able to give Happy Feet, your wonderful lost penguin, a lift back to Antarctica. Before that, Rob, who's a beastly person underneath all that stuff, has invited me to come, thank you very much, Rob, to watch the quarter-finals of the World Cup. As he says, that's the last chance you'll get to see England play. Fantastic. So I really just hope that this little story I've had the honour to tell you shows that anything is possible. And trust me, as I go round the world, internationally people are on this. They really are on this. Whether it's in India, whether it's in China, whether it's in Europe. And New Zealand has such an opportunity here. Such an opportunity. So seize this chance. and let no power or persuasion deter you in the task of going onto the website pureadvantage.org and signing up and getting thousands of people to join you. We need that. Good luck to you all. Thank you.